All right, let's get right into it. The trailer for the final season of The Boys is out, and wow. It is an absolute powder keg of violence, betrayal, and just like world-ending stakes. This is not just the end of a season, you guys. It feels like the end of everything. So today, we're going to deconstruct every single explosive frame to figure out what is coming in this final showdown.
So here's how we're going to tackle this. First, we'll dig into Homelander's terrifying endgame. Then, we'll look at how the boys are scrambling for their last-ditch effort. After that, we'll check in on the fates of some key characters, introduce the new faces who are about to shake everything up, and finally, wrap up with the biggest questions the trailer leaves us hanging with. Let's do it!
First up, Homelander. He's completely dropped the act. There is zero pretense of him being a hero anymore. This season, he's not just going for control, he is aiming for total, absolute domination. And it looks like he is more than ready to burn the entire world down to get it.
I mean, this promotional poster says it all, doesn't it? You've got Homelander literally standing on top of the world with mushroom clouds, nuclear bombs going off behind him. This isn't subtle. He's using his power as the, let's be real, de facto leader of the US to start wars, all to feed his insane ego and his terrifying vision for the future.
But here's the thing. He's not doing it alone. The real mastermind, the true architect behind this global meltdown, it seems to be Sister Sage. She isn't just his advisor. She's the one drawing up the blueprints for his apocalypse. And her whole philosophy is terrifyingly simple. To build a new world, you first have to create a burning Rome.
And her plan, from what we can piece together in the trailer, looks like this horrifying three-step process. First, you manufacture a crisis so huge that the entire country just descends into chaos. Second, you just stand back and watch it all burn. And then finally, when all hope is completely lost, you present Homelander as the only one who can save them. It's a chillingly brilliant strategy.
We see this incredible shot in the trailer of Homelander just screaming, unleashing his laser eyes into the sky in this fit of pure, uncontrolled rage. But what's the trigger? What pushes him over that final edge? Is it the death of Sister Sage, the one person keeping his strategy on track? Is it Ryan finally defying him? Or is it just the simple news that the boys have slipped through his fingers one last time? Whatever it is, you can tell this is the moment he goes completely off the rails.
So, while Homelander is busy planning world domination, how are the boys responding? Well, they're getting the band back together for one final and, let's be honest, probably suicidal mission to try and stop him.
So the trailer shows them finding this absolutely horrifying massacre at what looks like one of Homelander's political prisons. We even see Hughie trapped in one of these camps before Starlight comes in and breaks him out. Now, what's so crucial here is that even though Butcher literally turned on them last season, they're putting it all aside. He rallies him for one last charge, and you can see it. They're all in.
And hey, for anyone who's read the comics, you can pretty much forget what you know. In the books, Black Noir was a clone of Homelander, and they ended up killing each other before Butcher came in to finish the job. The show has thrown that entire playbook right out the window. This new Black Noir is a total mystery, and this finale, well, it's heading into completely uncharted territory.
Now, the most crucial piece of this puzzle might just be Butcher himself. That brain tumor he got from all the Temp V, it's mutated. So yeah, it's killing him, but it's also giving him powers. And that makes him the ultimate wild card. He might be the only one strong enough to actually face Homelander, but at the same time, he's a ticking time bomb that could go off at any second.
And this brings us to all the people caught in the crossfire. With stakes this high, there is absolutely no way everyone is making it out of this alive. The trailer gives us some pretty heartbreaking clues.
The most worrying hints, by far, revolve around Frenchie and Kimiko. We see these incredibly emotional scenes between them. Kimiko is crying while she's hugging Frenchie. There's just this sense of finality in the air. So the question isn't really if one of them is going to die, but which one?
The theories are just grim. Frenchie's death would be the ultimate sacrifice, right? The final step on his long road to redemption. But on the other hand, Kimiko could face a devastating end, maybe in a fight against a brainwashed soldier boy, which, by the way, leaks have been suggesting for months. Either way you slice it, it is going to be brutal.
Okay, let's do a quick check-in on some of the others. We see A-Train in this stunning slow-motion sequence, just blazing through soldiers. It looks a lot like a Quicksilver-style rescue mission. The Deep is, well, predictably a mess, covered in crude oil after some kind of disaster. And Soldier Boy? He's not in the trailer, but the rumors just won't die that he'll be back as Homelander's mind-controlled heavy hitter.
Of course, the ultimate fate hanging in the balance is Ryan's. I mean, this kid is being torn between his biological father's monstrous ideology and Butcher's desperate, flawed humanity. And then we get this shocking, repeated shot of Homelander just mercilessly beating someone. If you look close, the burns on his suit suggest he was just hit with lasers. And who's the only one who can do that? Ryan. So is Homelander disciplining his son, or is he actually trying to kill him?
Okay, so as if the stakes weren't already high enough, the final season is bringing in a whole new set of players and powers that could tip the scales in any direction.
If you look at the battlefield now, it's not a simple two-sided fight anymore. You've got Homelander and what's left of the Seven, you've got the boys, and now you have the absolutely critical addition of the heroes from Gen V. You throw in Vought, the government, and who knows what other unknowns, and this has become an all-out war with multiple fronts.
And speaking of unknowns, we finally have confirmation of a huge one. It's a supernatural reunion. Jared Padalecki is officially joining the cast. And the trailer gives us our very first look. He is in the White House standing right there beside Homelander.
So, the big question is, whose side is he on? Given that he's standing next to Homelander in the seat of American power, all signs are pointing to him being a really formidable new antagonist. We have no idea what his powers are, but we can be pretty sure he's going to be a major problem for the boys.
And this brings us to maybe the show's biggest trump card, the Gen V connection. Remember, Stan Edgar himself told Marie Moreau that she has the potential to be as powerful as Homelander. At the end of Gen V, we literally saw Starlight and A-Train recruit her and her team for this war. They're currently hiding out in Edgar's nuke-proof bunker, getting ready for the fight of their lives.
So, after all of that, the trailer leaves us right on a knife's edge with a handful of massive, season-defining questions.
Will Ryan ultimately side with Butcher or Homelander? Is Marie Moreau really the key to stopping him? What powers did Ashley get from that dose of Compound V she took? Who is under the mask of the new Black Noir? And, the biggest question of them all, after everything, can the boys actually win this? Or is Homelander's victory just inevitable?
The trailer leaves us with one final, chilling line from Billy Butcher that just says it all. There's no retreat, there's no surrender, it is victory or it is death. He is willing to sacrifice everything and everyone, including his own team, to see this through to the end. And that, right there, is the brutal promise of this final season.